Welcome everyone. My name is Ryan and we are back with more Cataclysm, but there's a little bit of a difference today. This is the last generation, and give it just a second, it'll pop up on the screen here, but that is right. So in our last weekend stream for Cataclysm, our character died, sadly. But as I promised, we are going to try out this new fork from Worm Girl, I believe, so, and I'm sure she had a lot of help too. So let's see if I can get this pulled up here. I'm not sure what's going on with the screen. Sometimes Cataclysm isn't detected right away by OBS, so we're just rocking a black screen here for the moment. But thank you everybody tuning in on YouTube. Check the description if you're interested in playing this. Once we get it actually, there it is. Okay, yeah, once we get it working here, if you want to try the last generation, I've got the GitHub link down in the description of this video, and all my other Cataclysm content is linked down there too, so you can check that out. I hope you enjoy it, but I hope we enjoy it today too. I did a little bit of a test world, which I deleted now, so we're going in fresh. We're going to create the world, create a brand new character, and see what this game is all about. Hey there! Hello, Akitato. How are you today? Welcome to the stream, my friend. You are the first chatter today, and we are just getting started with some Cataclysm, the last generation. So, oh, and anybody in Twitch chat, I've got the GitHub linked in pinned up there. It's actually pinned in Twitch too. Hello, Curly Fries. Lovely flowers. Hello, folks. Thanks for coming by. We've got some Vintage Story fans, and I hope you guys, if you're not currently Cataclysm fans, maybe you'll become after today's stream here. It is a very complex and difficult game, but the learning curve is worth it. Once you get a hang of this game, it's very rewarding and it's very time consuming too. But anyway, let's get started. Let me know if the sound is all good and stuff. The music's not too loud once we get in here. But thank you for joining me, everybody. We're going to jump in and create our very first world. So we'll go with the name first. Excuse me, Lovely Flower says, yeah, I watched you play and I thought you were hacking a game. Actually, that's funny you say that. I had a coworker who watched me stream Cataclysm once and he said it looked like I was coding something. Yeah. It's very similar to Dwarf Fortress, not in gameplay, but in concept in some ways. And of course, it's a free-to-play open source ASCII game, just like Dwarf Fortress is. But now with the world name, I'm usually more descriptive than I am creative, so we're just going to say first run, and I don't really know what we're going to do yet. We'll figure it out as we go. First run. One thing I do know is the mods are much more limited in this version of Cataclysm than in the normal stable or experimental branches, but we'll get into the mods here shortly. So that's good for a world name. Let's go down to cities. I'm going to bump it up a little bit, so we'll have a few more cities in the world. I'm going to leave the general difficulty the same. We're going to turn NPCs down a little bit. So it says empty world, but there's still going to be some, just not as many. It says you're half as likely to encounter them in an empty world. We're going to make it more challenging here. So welcome everybody. Thanks for coming in. And okay, so now we want to go into the advanced options down here with the S button. We've got a few things to look at. No, I don't think I'm going to mess with the world. Monster properties, no. World to miscellaneous options. Here we go. Wandering hordes. Yes, we want that set to true. So instead of like the zombie hordes just staying in one spot, they will kind of wander around, making it more difficult. And mutations by radiation. Yes, definitely. Meta progress, I think we'll turn that on too. Yeah. So that's basically questing too. And if you want to check this out and read this here, it gives you an idea of what meta progress means. But there is an overall quest to this game, like a larger story of what's happened to the world and, not necessarily how to fix it, but what you can do as an individual. But maybe we'll get into it. So that looks good. Let's exit out. Now we're going to go into our mod options. And okay, we've got core content. These are total conversion packs, which we're not going to do. I'm going to go fairly vanilla. Hey, did I try Project Zomboid? Yes, I did. Akitato. So I don't know much about Cataclysm, but it actually it's similar in a lot of ways. You could say that Project Zomboid is very much like a 3D, much higher fidelity graphics than Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. Not to say Project Zomboid is like AAA, but compared to an ASCII game or a very low fidelity game like this, yeah. But you're right, the comparison is apt for sure, for sure. But I would say what Cataclysm gives up in graphics compared to Project Zomboid, it gains much more in depth of systems and inventories. And I know that's hard to believe coming from Project Zomboid, but this game is more complex and a lot deeper than that one. All right, so let's do. I am going to hopefully get mutated, but I honestly don't think we're going to put any of these in. Let's scroll over to the blacklisted, no, to the balance here, okay? I'm going to just put on stats through kills. Yeah. So now we can increase our stats as we kill stuff. We basically gain experience and we can level up. All right, honestly, I think that's going to be it. Normally I would play like with the Magicalism mod, which adds magic monsters and spells, or the Psychic mod, but they're not available in this particular game version. What's up, Babblegat? Hello, 100 pips, or yes, thank you. Long time since I caught a stream. Happy to be back. I'm glad you're back, my friend. Thank you. All right. Hello, doctor. Hey, what's up, my friend? Zombie time, that's right, buddy. We're doing some Cataclysm, but this is the new fork of Cataclysm called The Last Generation. All right, I think we're good on World Generations, so let's go ahead and finish this with the F button. Are we sure? Yes. All right, now we go to the fun part. We get to create a brand new character. So we're going to let that load up here. Thanks for coming by, everybody. Appreciate you guys stopping in today. We just did a vintage story stream yesterday in our prehistoric world. It was a brutal one, but if you missed that, the VOD is up on the channel, the YouTube. Oh, watching an ad. I'm sorry, Curly Fries. I do have my ad setting put to the lowest possible level here on Twitch, so hopefully you guys don't get too much. Should only be like 30 seconds every hour or something like that. But yeah, back to the stream. Of course, we'll be going for a good couple hours at least today, and then tomorrow we're jumping right back into more vintage story. Be right back watching an ad. Okay, oh, I don't mind ads if they help you. That's right, my friend, that's right. I do get a portion of that ad revenue. So, yep. As long as you get paid. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you very much. And, I figure at this stage in my Twitch development, it's good to just have as minimal ads as possible. I did actually get my first payout from Twitch. You have to cross like a $50 threshold every month. If you don't, it just holds the money until you do. So I actually got my first $50 payout, which was good. That's a large part thanks to you guys. So, all right, Doctor says, we start going to Curly Fries. Okay. Oh, you got a VPN which prevents ads. That's pretty sweet. Yes, and of course you're also a subscriber to DNA. So if you are Dr. NA, if you do subscribe, you can also avoid the ads, which is helpful to the channel. But all right, let's take a look here. So if you're not familiar, we're going to create our character, and the first option for these pools, quote unquote, is basically how restrictive character creation is going to be. In fact, we're just going to make it easier on ourselves and go with freeform. I'm not going to build like a real super overpowered character, but sometimes it could be a little funky trying to balance out these traits and stuff with each other. So we're going to go freeform, and let's scroll to scenario. So we're from here on out, the choices we make are all very important. I think gotta always go wilderness. Yeah, we'll stick with wilderness unless somebody has a better suggestion. We'll put it. Okay, let's see. At least don't use. Okay, gotcha. Right on, doctor. And, okay, we'll go wilderness. You can see you find yourself amongst trees. The screaming and moaning is fainter this far from civilization, but you better not, but you know what you're doing out here. You know what I just realized? I'm going to turn the chat off of YouTube while we create our character, but then when we get back into the world, I'll turn that back on, so it's a little bit easier for the folks at YouTube watching this after the fact. All right, so we're going wilderness and profession. This is one I was given a thought to here. We've got, where is it? Otaku. Yeah. So after many late nights with friends watching anime and eating snacks, you decided to make a trip to the premier anime convention in the Northeast. Now zombies are eating everyone, and even worse, the convention is canceled. At least you were ready in case your costume tore. So this is a pretty interesting little character. I've tried him before, but they have tailoring skills to start with. You can see the various gear we get. It's pretty generic. We got a little bag, messenger bag's pretty small. But we've also got a few things, an Animicon magazine, tablet, which is helpful. But most importantly and interesting, there's a profession mission, which is not something every profession gets, but the otaku is one of those. So that's kind of the reason I want to try this guy. I'd like to maybe progress on this mission, see what happens. But here we go. Okay, otaku looks good. And yeah, it is a funny character. Curly fries for sure. Okay. And we'll go on to the next. Now, in here we've got background. This can really beef your character up if you start adding a bunch of these. And normally it would cost a bunch of points to do that, but we're only going to do one background thing. We're going to add the boating license here, and that's it. So that'll allow us to drive boats if we see them, basically. Maybe, can we search here? Let's see, is there a helicopter license? No. All right, I was going to say maybe we should put on like a helicopter license or aviation. Is there AV? No worries. Because I know there are flying vehicles in this game. I've seen them before, but I've never driven them. And I've heard that if you don't have the right background stat, it's pretty much like suicide to try it. But no worries. Let's see. All right, so this is our main stats. We got the pretty standard strength, dexterity, perception here. Let's see. Yeah, yes, there is heroin dependence. Yep, you can, these are both, I should have mentioned, background can be good and bad. Like if I put on like arts and crafts, we'd probably get a boost to our crafting. But if you want to challenge yourself, yeah, you can make them essentially addicted to drugs and stuff. Yeah, which definitely would make it challenging. We're not going to do that today. Maybe in the future we'll do like a really tough run like that. But so for our stats here, instead of going with 8, which is the standard, we're just going to beef them up 1 across the board. So we're going to start with 9s. But this is what we can eventually level up through kills and stuff. Yeah, hero dependence is crazy as hell. If you don't feed the need, if you don't feed the beast for your character, you can start hallucinating, and like you'll see freaking dragons appear in front of your character and they'll start attacking you. But it's wild. It is wild. All right, so that's all we're going to touch with stats. Traits is the really interesting one here. Before we actually pick traits, let's do our look first, because I always forget to do this and then we end up with like a bald, pale dude. So let's put on a beard. What kind of, there's a lot of options. Let's do the walrus for the facial hair. I love it. And we'll do hair. He's got body length hair with the walrus mustache, this guy. Real extravagant. He's an otaku, don't forget. All right, so we're coming down because you can choose the color and all the different stuff here. They should just have these options nested, but this is a fork of the original game. Okay, so what color? Let's go with, we'll do standard brown, sure. Skin tone, I like a light bronze. Let's see here. Boop, 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 boop. Option accomplish seeper sounds relatable. All right, yep. So let's go back to, here we go. All right, so there's a lot of really interesting ones. Everything from cannibal to, gourmand. You could be a cannibal gourmand. Oh, no, but our last run was actually a cannibal character, believe it or not. She didn't last long, but she was quite a colorful character. But for this guy, we're going to do some pretty standard stuff. Fleet-footed makes us faster, and if you're curious, you can see the description right down here at the bottom. It's not very obvious, but there it is. So 15% speed bonus on sure footing. I get anime vibes from HD. I never really was super in. I love Japanese culture, but like the history and things like that, and the food. But anime wise, I never really got into anything more than like Dragon Ball Z when I was younger and stuff. But I appreciate the art of it for sure. All right, let's do Indefatigable's another really good one. Extremely helpful. It basically makes us recover quicker and we don't get tired as quickly when we're running and stuff. And let's see, there's a lot of anime about Japan's history and food. There you go. There you go. Have to check it out. I mean, in Live Denmark, we have lots of benefits. Cost a pretty high tax, but I don't mind that. Yeah, I would prefer a system like that too myself, Babbo. Let's see. Okay, let's go with Quick is another one that I get recommended a lot. This will help with your action, so he's quicker with his hands. I think we'll skip that, and in favor, again, I don't want to make him too overpowered, but let's go with Night Vision. Boom. All right, so he's fleet-footed, indefatigable, and he has Night Vision. But let's skip, I always do that. Let's skip to the middle. These are the negative traits here. So we're going to kind of balance his positives with a few negatives. So we're going to put on fast metabolism, which actually kind of has some hidden benefits to it. It's like easy. I think it's easier to get over like drug addictions, or at least getting high from drugs and alcohol with the fast metabolism, but it also causes us to get hungry much quicker. And in conjunction with that, we're going to turn on high thirst. So our character gets very hungry and thirsty, but that's just going to be the balance here. And I also like to go really heavy with the diet, but let's do, where is it? There it is. Junk food intolerance. This is a fun one. So obviously our character, he's a pretty good athlete, but that's only because he, eats well and he has an intolerance for all junk food. So we could eat it if we're like really, really desperate, starving, but it'll just hurt his mood. Otaku not relatable. Okay, you know what? I get it. Okay, curly fries, that's a valid objection. Is there one more you think we could do? What about rigid table manners? Doesn't really fit either, does it? Well, that's fine. What's squeamish? You can't even think about putting filthy clothes on yourself, especially from zombie corpses. That's cool. I'm good with that. Yeah. We'll do that. Okay, 3 positives, 3 negatives. And the first 2 are definitely going to affect the run, high thirst and metabolism, but that's good. That's what we want. Okay, now we've got our generalized skills. Remember, we saw tailoring was boosted in the beginning. I think for this, I'm going to give him a little bit of electronics knowledge, because that's kind of hard to come by early on. And again, I think that kind of falls in line with an otaku. That's in line. And maybe that's it. Yeah, let's not do anything else. Like I said, we want a bit of a challenge, and we can eventually level up these things. We can increase the melee skill, for instance, the more we fight, So we could eventually become master archers if we want. But all right, let's go. And we're having some political debates in chat. I love it. I'm about to turn the chat back onto YouTube, though, so be mindful of that, folks. I appreciate y'all out there. All right, no, we don't want to. We want to name our character. What do we go with here? What should we name him? Oh, boy. I haven't even considered this yet. Let's back out of it. Let's go to the height first. I like to set him in just an even 6 foot, And age 25, that's fine. I've never found a reason to change the blood type in the game, but lack of showering is a trait. Lack of showering, if that is a trait. I don't think it is. No, I don't think so. But squeamish, I think, is good. All right, let's go back to the name. And Here we go. Here we go. Oh, man. You know what? We're going to go with another viewer. This is a longtime Cataclysm fan, and we're going to call this character David Houston. Unfortunately, David hasn't shown up in chat yet today. Maybe he will. We'll see eventually, but we're going to name it after our friend David Houston. Also, on Twitch, his handle is the Unevenest Block, so hopefully we'll see our friend David stop in here. There we go. Yeah, I like to do runs named after viewers and stuff. We've had previous runs like this before, but of course we're going by Matrix rules. So if David Houston dies in Cataclysm, unfortunately, you know what that means in the real world. No, I'm just kidding. But I always make that joke and then I regret it. I'm like, did I just threaten David's life? But all right, we're good to go. Let's say, are we finished? Yes. All right, I'm going to turn chat back on. Welcome, everybody, to YouTube. Say hello. All right. Poor David. David is one of the most skilled players in Cataclysm that I've come across. There's several that visit the chat and stuff, but David is very, very good. And yeah, so he's helped me a lot in the probably about 10 to 11 months, almost maybe a year that I've been playing this game. I've learned a lot from him and several other people. But all right, we got a little spam bot here. Let's ban that. And we're getting into the game. All right, people, so let's zoom in a little bit. Okay, so our character appears female, but don't be put off, okay? Sometimes those of us who have long flowing hair are still masculine, all right? So just chill out there, people. All right, anyway. So we start off in a campground, it looks like. A field campsite. Okay, field campsite. Yeah, and anybody who's new to the game, feel free to shout out any questions you got. I'll try and answer them as good as I can, but, it's a complex game, so there's a lot going on here. But, all right, so we're going to get a little bit of a look around, and it's roguelike, too, which means one of the key features of all roguelike games you'll see is this obscured vision. Obviously we can only see in front of us and we can only see, things in areas where we have line of sight. So either way. All right. So that long hair does look pretty cool. I know. It's beautiful with those blue eyes. Oh, he's a real looker. He is. Lady killer. Hopefully he's a zombie killer too. Always fall for boys with the long hair. So we're good. I love it. All right. Quick look at the inventory. Not much going on here. If we get in a bad mood, we can turn on the smartphone and plug in our earbuds and listen to a little bit of music, but we'll save that for now. Of course, if we do that, it hurts our dodging ability, so we want to avoid doing that in combat situations. Okay, speaking of combat, we've got our first zombie. Oh my god, and he's right behind me. Okay, so we've got a zombie right here, just coming out of this tent. Now, if we look up here, see the goose? See how the goose has 5 bars of perfect green, nice and straight? That means it's at full health. The zombie, however, is almost dead. So we could probably kill this fairly easily, but I don't want to risk her or his life. Excuse me, David. Okay, so we're going to kind of avoid it. Oh, it just tore through that tent right there. Yeah, it's also really, really slow, too, because of its damaged nature. There's a second zombie that's really badly damaged. I'm going to take a look at this vehicle here. Attack on David. It's okay to be bald. It is. My sister loves bald guys. She married a bald guy. She thinks it's sexy. It's just bizarre to me, but hey, that's, like you said, to each their own. All right, so this is a screen where we're looking at here, very complicated, but don't worry too much about it. Right now we're just looking at the condition of this vehicle. It does have some gasoline in it. It's got a battery, which is in medium condition. It's kind of dinged up a little bit, but it's only got 11% charge on it. And the engine is faulty, too. So we might actually be able to drive this thing. I think we're just going to leave it behind, though. We'll find something better. Shiny heads, polish it right, and find the others. You got to be careful. On camera, that thing can blind the audience. Alright, so these zombies aren't much of a threat. I'm able to just walk away from them. Let's take a look at the map again. All right, so we've got Hanover to the south, which, of course, if you are familiar with any kind of post-apocalyptic zombie lore, you know that the cities and the towns are dangerous places to go. They're always filled with zombie hordes. So this right here to approach would be probably suicide for us, but we might be able to check out the orchard. Let's not worry about that, though. We'll come back to Hanover at some point. Bye, everyone. See you. I'm at work, so I'll have to be... All right, Doctor. Thanks for coming by, my friend. Hope you can make it tomorrow's stream, too, for Vintage Story, buddy. Appreciate ya. All right, so there's a little bit of road. That's what this is right here. This is roadway. Let's walk over to that and see what the world has in store for our man, David Houston. I have never watched this game before. I knew you played it, but I'm picky. I understand, Curly. I understand. I can tell you that Cataclysm, and remember, I'm essentially talking about two different games here, although they're very similar. What we're playing today is a fork. It's an offshoot of the original Cataclysm, but I'm going to refer to them basically as the same game for the beginners. So, I mean, it is a wonderful game, Cataclysm. It's got so much depth to it, but it's extremely difficult. And it is very low graphics, you know. I always look at games like this and Dwarf Fortress like on a balance, you know. You've got those AAA games out there which are super high graphics and, you know, will stress out your PC, basically. And you get a very modest... some might even say shallow level of gameplay with those, although the fidelity is great. In a game like this, though, it's on the opposite end of that scale, where fidelity is garbage. You know, we're literally playing with ASCII characters, you know, if we're playing the base game. But the depth of gameplay is like the ocean. It's like the Marianas Trench, and it is free, yes. It's open source. That's why, like I mentioned, we're playing the fork here, so... when Worm Girl, who's the author or the owner, whatever, the developer, I should say, she didn't have to pay anything for it, you know, just dove into the code and started making her own. All right, let's see. So real quick to get back to the game here, we're actually passing fungoids. Yeah, look at this. So once again, I've said this before, but for anybody who's new to the world of Cataclysm, it's not just a zombie apocalypse game. Imagine every Armageddon, every type of apocalypse has happened. So not just zombies, but we're talking fungoid infections. We're talking like eldritch horrors have invaded. There are slimes, everything. Aliens have invaded. So the world is extremely dangerous. Everything wants to kill us. Although that's not quite true. The fungoids are actually neutral. These guys are. Yeah, if we look at them, it says he's ignoring me right there. See that? So it also says he's much slower than us. It's got a fun little description too. If we had a camera, we could actually take pictures of all the different enemies we come across and keep it in our journal. You're my character as a femboy. Hey, in the world of the post-apocalypse, there are no labels. This otaku is just, he's on his own. Look at that. Look, you can barely see the walrus mustache because I forgot to set it to brown. He's got a blonde walrus mustache with dark flowing hair. Oh, it's a gorgeous man. All right, so this car I can tell already is pretty bashed up. If we were to examine it, yeah, it literally has no engine, no battery, and no gas tank. It's just got a bucket seat. Oh, all right, so it is hot. I love it. Oh, David, you're a lady killer. Let's see. All right, so, yeah, we're just going to travel. Let's just move and see what we've got. I'm going to turn safe mode back on. Now, if you do decide to pick up the game and you start playing it, you'll notice a few changes. I've come in before I started streaming today, and I installed a different text, which makes it easier to see here on stream. Your text in normal is much less bold than this and stuff. But again, if you're watching on YouTube, I've got the link to a tutorial video for how to actually do that down in the description. I wonder if you saw GTA 6 trailer and what you think. I've seen the first one, and a coworker of mine just told me the other day that The second one is out, and I haven't watched it yet, so I do need to. Thanks for reminding me. In fact, I'll have to check it out. Yeah. I've always been a big fan of GTA games, and and I don't play a lot of AAA games on the channel, but that's one I would definitely make an exception for. Hey, the guy from Saturn is here. What's up, my friend? Thanks for coming by the stream, buddy. We are here playing The Last Generation. Yes, dude. Yes. No, unfortunately, Clarissa the Cannibal died, as you may or may not be aware, but we just created a brand new character named after our wonderful viewer, David Houston. He is an otaku, and you can see he's got some pretty basic traits, if I'm being honest. But I want to survive. I want to try and live. Let's see here. So we got fleet-footed, indefatigable, night vision. And then the negative traits are fast metabolism, which makes him hungrier, high thirst, and squeamish. There it is. And we're literally just starting, so haven't done too much. Let's check out this vehicle here. What are his food preferences? That's the most important thing. Well, I originally was going to set him to have a dislike for fast food, but it was pointed out by the chatters that does not really fit with an otaku. So since we are, of course, an otaku, which means, somebody who's just generally loves anime, and so we didn't do that. We made him squeamish instead, which just means he won't wear dirty clothing. All right. Ooh, look at this tourist guide. All right, this is good. So I just picked up a few things from this vehicle. I can also tell this one's pretty bad shape. Yeah. So I'm going to do some favoriting here. What I'm doing is I'm favoriting certain items. So if I use like the drop all command, it won't drop these things, which can be really helpful. All right, I don't care about that. All right. So we just got some general items. I picked up a wrench, which is good, but there's a bunch more tools we're going to need. And we got a flashlight, but it doesn't have much of a charge on it. Let's see here. Ramen and sushi was going to be intolerable to junk food. Gotta go. All right, Babbo, thank you for coming by, buddy. If anybody has to leave early, this video will be posted on YouTube soon. Probably tonight, actually. We'll see. By fast food, do you mean like a cheetah? If you mean Cheetos, then yes, Cheetos. All right, but anyway, let's activate this tourist guide. So what this is going to do is give us knowledge of the surrounding areas. Yeah, look at that. So we can now see all these roads. We don't know what's on the roads, but let me turn that off. There we go. Yeah, we don't know what's on the roads, but now we do have a better idea of just the roads themselves. Hey, what's going on, Makeshift Steam Engine? Hello, welcome, welcome. Thanks for coming by the stream, my friend. We're starting a new run, and we're playing The Last Generation. That is right. And we're also playing on a new tile set, too. This is a tile set I'm not completely familiar with, but we're getting used to it, people. We're loving it. So far, we're just getting started. Is the world... Yes. Yes, fully procedural generated. True. Yep. It is... There are certain locations that are going to appear in every run that are related to like the story content and quests and stuff. Like there's a refugee center you can find and locate, but it's going to be randomized in each run. Some runs you'll start and the refugee center will be like real close to you, and then other runs it's going to be thousands and thousands of blocks away, so you'll have to like make a huge journey to go get to it and stuff. But yeah, again, definitely random world. I don't care about any game release except ES6. What's that one? ES6? What? I don't recognize the abbreviation. I feel like I probably should here. Let me toggle the overlay off because that's annoying. All right, we're going to do a little auto travel here. Whoop, hold on. There's a vehicle. Stop. Go back. We're going to stop and check out every vehicle we come across. Elder Scrolls 6. I gotcha. Right on. Okay, this one's got a few tools in it. We got a multi-tool, some super glue. We're going to take the duct tape for sure. I'll take the rubber hose because we can use that to siphon gasoline if we need to, which we will eventually. Hey, and some peppermint patties. Let's go. They've made us way too long for Hammerfell. Loot Goblin Core. Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah, Elder Scrolls, I've played a few. Obviously, everybody's played Skyrim. I haven't been as into that as I probably should have, though, in the past, but let's see here. This one looks like a piece of junk. What is this vehicle? Oh, this is an armored car. Wow. It actually has mounted machine guns on it, but they're in really bad shape. And if I'm not mistaken, we actually have to have like certain knowledge of mechanics and gunmanship before we can actually remove mounted guns. Okay, here's a building. Oh, it's a state park. We'll still go check it out. State parks are pretty useless, though. They have like one little office room, and that's it. And there's literally nothing in it. Alright, no worries. Don't forget, this is the apocalypse. So sometimes it's tough to come across the loot that you want. One man's trash is another man's trash. That's 100% right. Alright, so we're approaching, what is this? A road stop here. Okay, let's check out the road stop. That was junk. Okay, sorry about that. Looks like we've got what appear to be... What are these? Oh, those are trash cans, okay. Yeah, we definitely want to look at trash cans for sure. I found good stuff in the trash before. Alright, we're looking at some toilets here. These are public toilets, so there's probably nothing good in them. But it's always good to just peek your head in. Alright, nothing in there. Pretty crappy so far. Let's get back on the road. Zoom out a bit. And we're going to do some auto travel. So when you're on this over map like this, you can command your character to travel automatically. It will stop you if there's like a monster on the road, so it's not going to walk you right into your death. As long as you have safe mode turned on, I should note. But at least the state parks are realistic. That's right. Uh-huh, exactly. Not much to see there. Unless you're out for a camping excursion. For a squeamish dude, trash and toilets sound like a nightmare. That's true. I could roleplay the squeamishness even more and, like, never search the trash cans. It's definitely possible. Okay, see? It stopped me because, oh my god, we've got zombie cows, people. Imagine your peaceful, majestic bovine, which weighs upwards of 800 pounds probably, turned into a ravenous, frothing at the mouth zombie tank. And that's what we're staring at here, people, which is unfortunate because these dairy farms, you'll see these occasionally. If you come across one that doesn't have infected cows, it's like a gold mine. You've got like food for months. Oftentimes there's vehicles, but none of that matters to us because we got to turn right around and retreat. Run away. In fact, we're going to go over here. I'm going to put a mark on this map, and I'm going to say Z cows. So I warn myself. Yeah, it's real important to warn yourself. Or, well, I should say just keep extensive notes on the map. Alright, auto travel through the minefields. Oh my god, that is so true. Makeshift steam engine, remind me again what your handle is on YouTube, because I know you're a longtime viewer of the Cataclysm streams, but now I've forgotten which one you are, who you are on YouTube. If you don't mind me asking, my friend. But thank you so much, everybody, for coming by. Oh crap, what is this? Well, this is weird. It's not even appearing on the map. Oh, do I not have auto notes turned on? No, I probably don't. Enable. Wait, why isn't it working? Oh, you don't upload? Okay, my bad, my bad. I thought maybe you had a different handle over there when you were chatting and stuff. Auto notes? What am I doing wrong here? Enter to toggle. Tab to change page. Why isn't it working? Change a symbol for no. Auto notes enabled, false, S to switch. There it is. Okay, got it, got it. I should, though. I rock socks at this game. That's awesome. Yep, good call, Luxy Flowers. You were right. You were right. S to switch. Okay, so that's a really helpful little thing. So when we look on the overmap, it'll just auto note stuff for us, little points of interest, which is very helpful. All right, we're moving. It is 8:45 in the morning, spring of day 61. We're a little bit peckish. Overall, our weight is, we're a little bit chubby, people. Let me turn mode back on there. I can't. Here we go. All right. Anyway, so we're moving. Let's do this, people. Okay. Where do we want to go? Which direction should we go? We got another big city up here, so we're going to kind of generally avoid that for now. Ooh. We could backtrack. See this? This is a bridge. Bridges are really cool, because you can find, like, military vehicles, like sometimes military blockades and stuff. What's going on? There we go. Got to get some coffee and breakfast, what I will be listening. Gotcha. Thanks, Curly Fries. Hope you get some delicious breakfast. All right, so we got another little vehicle here. What is this? Oh, we're looking at an excavator. And it's got a battery on it. It's got a tank with diesel. It's got a faulty engine, though. Let me look at the engine. Automotive filter. Okay. I think we can still drive this, believe it or not. Oh, the engine starts right up. Yep. Okay, so we've got a little vehicle. It takes diesel. I've never driven one of these. I don't know the excavator. I've driven vehicles, just not this kind. We've got a crate there too. See this crate? I don't have anything to pry it open with. I could probably destroy it, but then again, there's probably not much in it. Let's go. Making me want some coffee too. My coffee time of the day is pretty much over right now, but I do love coffee. Mexican breakfast food's not junk food. Gonna eat good. Right on, Curly. Just no curly fries, right? I mean, I guess some people could consider curly fries a health food. You know, it just depends on what overall diet you have. Hold on, what did we spot? Oh, I think it's... Yeah, okay, I don't care about those. Let's move. Sadly, no curly fries today. I love curly fries with ketchup. Alright, we're moving in our confiscated little vehicle. I wonder if I could actually excavate with this. Hold on. Let's move into the dirt a little bit. I'm going to stop the vehicle. Let's see. What are our options here? I don't see anything that says... It says control individual engines. Whoa. Oh, so this is just an option. Look, we can have everything from biodiesel to JP8 fuel, which I think is a jet fuel, unless I'm mistaken. Oh, that's crazy. All right. Just goes to show you the diversity of vehicles you can build in this game. Oh, time to take a drink, everybody. Stay hydrated, people. All right, what is this that we're coming across here? What is this? Oh, it's a pile of rubble and sewage. Gross. Let's see. Curly says, that was my nickname in middle school due to my questionable curly bangs. Aw. That look like curly fries, but I didn't choose it. But I did choose to use it for your account. I love it. Jet fuel is the cleaner diesel, if I'm not wrong. I believe it. I believe it. Those high-performance engines like a jet engine, I'm sure it's got to be high-quality stuff. Just the purest. I don't know if it's... I feel like auto notes is not enabled right now. Maybe it is. Yeah, it shows it's enabled. All right, maybe there's just not that many. I don't know. All right, what do we got down here? Hey, look, another dairy farm. All right, let's go investigate. Again. Oh, crap, there's zombies. Oh, no. Yeah, it's not working. Because there's a blockade right ahead of us. Look at this. Uh-huh. We've got a police blockade. Damn, there's a lot of them here. We got zombie cops. We got just regular zombie. Well, this is a tough zombie. Another tough zombie. Okay, wow. Yeah, but that's annoying that the notes aren't actually working. Maybe do I need... I think... Oh, that's what it is. I turned off overlays. Wait a second. There's got to be a way to turn... So it is working. Yeah, you can see the notes here now. I just want to get this blue part turned off. Map notes, overlays, hordes, highlighting map reveals. That's it. Boom. All right, we've done it. Okay, so... taco and dairy don't mix well. Lactose intolerant. Oh, you know what? That is one of the traits we could have chosen. I should have chosen that. Unfortunately, yeah. Even though we're not technically lactose intolerant, we do have to turn our backs on that place. There's not much point of driving through that horde because they're just going to follow the vehicle right into the dairy farm. So even if the cows down there aren't zombified, they would eventually become zombified. But looks like we've got a building. What is this? It's a cabin. Always look up here in the upper right if you're trying to identify stuff on the map. Alright, anyway, so let's get out of the vehicle. It definitely has some sort of crane on the front of it. See this? Oh, no, it's not a crane. Oh, it is. It says boom crane. Huh. Wait, I bet you we could use this. Yeah. I'm certain we could use that to lift vehicles for, like, construction purposes. Hey, Slash 'em. What's up, buddy? Thanks for coming by the stream, my friend. Glad to see you. Glad to see you. Check out our character. It's David Houston here. Yeah, we named it our character. Of course, unfortunately, Clarissa the Cannibal died in the last stream, which I think you saw because you commented on that video. But we're looking at our newest character in the brand new Last Generation Fork. And thanks to Slash'em here in chat, he is also a YouTuber as well, guys. So check out his YouTube channel. It is of the same name, obviously, Slash'em VC. But it is, of course, thanks to him that I'm even aware of this fork. So big shout out, buddy. And boom. There you go. There's Slash'em's YouTube channel, guys. Everybody in Twitch, go subscribe to the man. All right, so here we go, buddy. Oh, and also, Slash'em, I sent you an email. Check that out. All right, so we're just getting started in our run, my friend. You're welcome, Slash. Yeah, we don't have too much yet, but we're slowly acquiring the tools and stuff we need. All right. Boom, boom, boom. And it's a pretty vanilla run. I noticed that, like, mods like Magicalism and stuff like that obviously aren't installed. I'm going into this with no weapon. What the hell am I doing? So I'm just curious, my friend, if you know, can I install the Magicalism mod separately? Do it manually and it would still be good to go? Also things like, you know, the other mods. Let's see here. Okay, I think this is what we're looking for. Yeah, a young tree. All right, let's smash it. +1 for Slash'em VC. Cursed Wist is here. Graded narrating CDDA and other indie games. That's right. Slash'em does a lot of other games too. I shouldn't just say Cataclysm. Very much variety YouTuber. Indie games all the way though, right? No mods that I'm aware of. Okay. Yeah, there was just a couple. I think, well, here I can show you. The only one we turned on was Stats Through Kills. So that's okay. I'm okay with that, you know, because that's going to give me the opportunity, hopefully, to learn the mutations and potentially bionics too. So even though we can't necessarily get magic and stuff like that, we can still mutate our character or potentially upgrade her into a badass, into a badass cyborg. All right, stop driving for a second. I don't actually think I have a knife right now. Can I use the multi-tool? So we're going to do our first bit of crafting, hopefully. Let's do weapon, spear, long pointy stick. Here we go. Okay, and this right earlier in the stream, for everybody who's new to the game, I was commenting on the depth of this game. This is the crafting screen, and you can see the different recipes available. Here's the food section. And this is just the recipes we know of. So there's still tons of other recipes in the game that you have to discover by reading books or learning from NPCs or something like that. This just gives you the idea of the depth of the... And again, we've got chemicals, we got electronics over here, we got armor, appliances, music. So yeah, this game's crazy. Let's see, Curly tomorrow's Mother's Day in America. That's true, that's true. Also, congrats to any moms. Yep, there you go. Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to everybody early and to tomorrow, too. Let's see. I made it. Missed a few streams. What's up, Crow? Welcome. Thanks for coming by the stream, my friend. We've been going for 50 minutes, but we're doing okay so far. We've got a vehicle, believe it or not. It's just a little excavator. Let's see. All right, let's get this. We're going to make a spear here. So let's go back in. We'll do a long pointy stick. And it didn't take long. Obviously, for certain things, it takes longer than others. But now we have a very crude spear. And if we want to see the stats on it, it's got 5 bash, 9 pierce, and a -1 to hit. Very crappy. All right. Let's go in, though. An excavator, or we Bob the Builder. It was just the first, well, yeah, it was one of the first usable vehicles we came across. All right. Okay, yeah, we got a zombie ahead of us. And it's at full strength. It's a survivor zombie. That's cool. So we're going to kind of kite this thing out of the building. We don't really want to fight it in there because there could be more, you know. So now what we're going to do is we're going to look for some terrain which will hinder this thing's movement. So right now, if you're looking, I am focused on the move cost for each tile. For instance, this little patch of grass right here costs more to move on than this one. So what I'm looking for is something like this that has a move cost of 300. All right, so let's kite the zombie. And we'll put the bush between us and the zombie. Right now, it's in the shadows. Come here, buddy. Where'd you go, stupid? Oh, no, it's still down here. Come here. All right. She's, like, losing sight of me. Oh, she has, like, really bad vision. Okay, come here. Yeah, every time I lose sight of her, she's just totally lost. All right, so she's going to try and check the railings. Oh, good idea, Kurswist. That's 150 for the railing, so right now this is a little bit better, but I'll keep that in mind. Okay, so because we have a spear, we can actually hit this thing from a distance. Not all weapons have that ability, but okay, we're missing. Okay, we're not doing great here, but we'll get it. I keep calling her she. He is still very, very average. We don't even have a point in melee yet, so I can't even turn on brawling, but... Oh, damn. Let go of me. Oh, my torso. We're in distracting pain. That's not good. Not good at all. Okay, we did a little bit of damage to him, but not much. This is not great. We'll just play it safe. Be very careful. Okay, it is bleeding, so that's good news. My speed is reduced because of my pain. Okay. Let's lead it back up to this bush. There we go. Okay, we actually hit it that time. Uh-oh. See this little symbol? This means it's grabbed me, and I'm not able to move right now. All right, there we go. I broke free. It's a struggle. It's a struggle, especially when you have a crappy weapon. Oh, damn it, he grabbed me again. All right, let's look. We're not doing a lot of damage, and this thing is definitely hurting my torso. Let me look at something here. Whoa. Let go of me. Whew, yeah, we need to just pull... Oh, crap. We need to pull away from this guy. Don't do it. Oh, look at my torso. We've been bitten. Yeah, they're definitely grabby. Okay, go. Oh, this might be bad. This is real bad, people. Oh my God, David. No! How did it happen? The first zombie we engaged with killed me. Oh, I feel like a total noob. What the hell? All right, I don't want to see that. Don't show me that. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Well, don't worry, don't worry. Check it out, check it out. Wait, can I just do, yeah, the preset character, last character, load it. We're going back in. That was just a practice run. Didn't happen. You guys just had a bad dream. Welcome to the stream, everybody. We're just getting started. Whoo! Oh my God. No, don't worry. We're going to go. We've got a full hour to go at least. So we're jumping right back into it with David the Otaku. Look at this. Look at this. It's beautiful. See? That's what happens when you start a new game. You have no idea what the hell you're doing. Yeah, we'll just jump right in. Let's do it. Okay, where did we... Look at this. Everybody just take a moment to admire the long flowing hair. Yes, we've been reincarnated back into the cycle of samsara. All right, look at this. We're in a very different location. So we've got a farm to the south. Let's move. Oh, okay. Don't care about that. Here we are, people. Back in the world. I love it. Yeah, okay, so I definitely got to be much more careful. And from now on, we're going to only fight them through fences or from a height advantage if we can manage it. Until at least we get like a halfway decent weapon. Yep. No worries. Every loss is a lesson and a partial humiliation, but that's okay. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to make the mistakes so you guys don't have to. Oh, thanks to Repets. Look at this. I'm shoulder checking this little... Yeah, we're going to get ourselves a long stick right off the bat. Of course, we got the same inventory, basically, that we started with the last time. All right, we got a long stick. What's this right here? Oh, we got a silo. Let's go check the silo. We should be able to climb this, and it'll give us a better view of the surrounding area. Awesome. All right. Now, if we look, yep, we can see a good little circle here. We've got some fungoids in this direction. Let's make a trip down to these silos, and then we'll climb those and take another look. So far, this farm is just nothing but fields, which is typical. Let me see here. Can I do this? Yeah. Okay. So I just deconstructed one of these hay bales real quick. Look at that. And we got ourselves a rope. Everybody needs a rope, you know. I lost my first dude real early, too. Thank you, Slash. Try to make me feel better. I appreciate that. Oh, these oversized locusts. Wait. I forgot what my command to turn that off is. Or just to override it. I think I changed it. Hold on, we got to go into... what am I looking for? Safe? Toggle safe mode. Yes, toggle safe auto mode. Unbound locally. I think that's what I want. So let's add a key binding for B. And I'm going to do F2? Is that what I had it? I think that's what I had it set to in my other game. No, that's not doing it. Alright, I'll just turn it off. Screw it. I'll have to deal with it. Safe mode is very, very helpful. And it can be dangerous to turn it off, no doubt about it. But, whoa, my cursor is off the screen. But, it's also annoying because it's going to freeze up your game every 5 seconds. Well, every time you encounter an hostile. Alright, we're moving. We went straight through this field. Okay, we just got another oversized praying mantis. And I get a general sense of its location from my mini-map. See the flashing red dot? That's the oversized praying mantis. So let's just ignore it. As long as I don't get within its visual range, it's not going to aggro on me. Alright. Some creatures don't even have eyes, too. Like if you encounter a group of slimes will only aggro on the player because of noise or sound. Uh-oh. Okay, well this is a much bigger threat right here, not that. We've got wasps, people. Look at that hideous disgustingness. And we've even got the wasp queen in sight. She's a big one. Okay, yeah. Wasps are extremely dangerous, so we're just going to completely avoid this area altogether. Yep. There's a lot of bugs around here. I guess it kind of makes sense. It is a farm, you know. Let's see. Alright, we'll try and get safe mode turned on again. Oh, crap. So this is not a bug, but it is an alien. Let's read the description of the Mi-Go. For anybody who's new, an alien creature of uncertain origins. Its shapeless pink body bears numerous sets of paired appendages of unknown function, and a pair of ribbed membranous wings, which seems to be quite useless. Its odd, vaguely pyramid-shaped head bristles with numerous waving antennae, and it moves in an uncanny fluidity on its many legs. It is large, and it is about as fast as we are. It is fatally dangerous. And let me tell you, this is not the kind of alien you want to make first contact with, people. Let's get the hell out of here. Mi-Gos are not our amigos. That's true. Oh, so true, my friend. They're deadly. Now, they're killable, certainly. Definitely killable. Usually you want to have a rifle with plenty of ammunition, though. Maybe a basic understanding of firearms before you engage with them, which we don't have any of those things. Now, I've heard you can obviously kill them in melee, too, but you're going to need to be well-trained, decent armor, decent weapon, unless you're going monk style, I guess, but yeah. Okay. Now, one thing I've heard, I've never done, but there are also towers. The Mi-Go, the aliens, have set up towers throughout the world, and they will abduct other survivors of the Cataclysm. Hey, Dr. N.A. is back. Oh, you didn't miss anything, buddy. No, this is the exact same character we started the stream with. Nothing eventful has happened. No, that's a total lie. I actually just died. Yeah. Just lost it all, buddy. But we immediately restarted. David had such good karma that he was able to reincarnate into basically what is exactly his own body again. So it's David, but not David. It's the Shadow David. But yeah, it is David Houston from Austin here, people. Let's go. Okay. Apple Orchard. Yeah, it's a different game than what I'm used to. That's for sure. That's for sure. There's little subtle differences, like the loot tables are obviously different because No Hope is not active, but there's also big differences, like I just got killed by a zombie. David, aka not Clarissa. True. We're walking endlessly through these farmers' fields, but we're coming out right here to a road, so that's good news. Let's go check out this trailhead. Oh, crap, what am I looking at? Oh, giant aphids, okay. Those aren't going to come after me. I got to get safe mode turned back on, though. Damn it, skunks. Let's do... Come on. Yeah, these trailheads can sometimes have vehicles. Oh, yes, you can definitely cut down trees. 100%, my friend. Okay. Unfortunately, no vehicle at this one. Yeah, it's just an empty parking lot. Thanks for coming by the stream, everybody. Appreciate you guys. Despite my death, we are here, and we are trying again, folks. Farmer's Field, nice spot for a base. You need to make sure you have flax, though. I don't know. You can definitely plant and cultivate and harvest all different varieties of crops in this game to keep yourself sustained. I don't know if flax is one of those. To be quite honest, the availability of clothing that you can just break down, you know, into your own yarn or whatever is so much that you don't really even need it. There are versions or mods, I should say, which turn this game into a primitive survival game. So there's no like complex loot or anything like that. It's called In a Woods. And in that case, flax would probably be very important. Can you pan? Asking for Saturn? No, you can't pan. I'm sorry. I know, we must game quit right now, immediately. There's no panning of any sort, but there is fishing. You can fish. Okay, so check this out, guys. Have any grapes? There's definitely berries. This game is useless. Okay, so check this out. This is a mine shaft. There's a building above ground, but then below ground there's extensive mines. But the building and the zombies themselves are really the prize here. Also, there can sometimes be a nice big truck at these locations, panning his father, mother, panning his life. So in other words, I definitely want to come here and clear this. And believe it or not, it's going to be fairly easy for us because there's a fence. So we should be able to fight the zombies between the fences. Oh my god. Well, there's like no zombies here. But we need a bit more equipment before we take on a mine shaft like that. Yeah, I don't even have the sharpened stick from our previous run. I've just got a stick. It's not even sharp yet. Let's go. You guys like the new emotes? I got to remove the yellow background from that pan. Oh, here we go. Pump station. If I recall, sometimes these pump stations are empty. Funny thing that I always give panning. Panning is great. Oh, you always skip panning. I see. Not I, my friend. I can't skip it. Not in the world we're currently playing in, the prehistoric world. Very dangerous world to be out exploring for sure. Alright, so we're going to start looting this building. Yeah, if my memory serves, most of the time these pump stations are empty. Okay, that door's locked. Let's go up to the roof real quick. Oh, there's a solar panel up here. Check this out. Oh, this is good. This actually could be a fairly good base for us. Yeah, at least initially. Oh, 100%. Because we're just north of Fairhaven. It's not a big city by any means. But there's a veterinary clinic. That could be medicine. A salon. Not that great. Electronics store. Oh, that's huge. An abandoned warehouse. I wonder about that. The electronics store, in my experience with Cataclysm, they often have bionics in them. Okay, that's a water purifier. Do we have a water heater? There we go. We got clean water. It's not a lot, but we'll have a little drink. Alright. Let's get back below where the loot is, people. What a terrible thing to do. I bet you also eat little children. Let's see. Poor Saturn. He is an advocate for panning. Let's see. Oh, easy baby chickens. Okay, so unfortunately most of these doors are locked, so we're going to break this window. It's not going to give me access to everything, but at least it will this main building. I'll take this. Yeah, we'll take that. Hey, look at this. We got some clothing. Awesome. Let's wear this work shirt. And I'm going to remove the tank top. No. Actually, I'll leave the tank top on. What else do we got here? A hard hat with a mesh nape protector. Yes. We'll definitely put that on. Oh, good. It doesn't obscure the hair. Whew, thank you. Oh, man. Yeah, I was going to say, if we put on like a hat and it removes the hair sprite here from our character, we might just have to go hatless throughout the rest of the game. But luckily, that's not the case. Hey, yeah, we got a little bit of armor. Denim overall. Oh, I'm going to take the earplugs for sure. Should I put on the denim overalls? won't let me wear that for some reason. Let's take off our no, not the briefs. What is he wearing? Oh, he's got shorts on. Yeah. Okay, so let's take the shorts off, and we'll unload them. Now let's wear the overalls. God, pointy stick yet? No, not yet, Slash. We're looking for a sharpening item. I might have to get like... Oh, can I use this glass? No, I don't think so, because spears aren't here. Not yet. We got to get a cutting object. I'll get like a flint or something if I have to. Yeah, I want those earplugs. The gloves and the steel-toed boots are good, but they're the wrong size. I'm actually tempted to grab the jacket, too, in case it gets chilly. Alright, let's see what else we got. Rubber cement, give me that. Don't need another set of flashlights. Ooh, safety glasses. Definitely wearing those. Sweet. We just got some steel-toe boots. More safety glasses. What's the trade value on these? I'll take a backup pair, just in case. If we get a companion or something, too, we can also hook them up with some safety glasses. Does glass shard have cutting quality and maybe sharp rock? Yeah, it didn't allow me to use the glass just from the ground. Maybe I have to pick it up and put it in my inventory. There we go. I'm fairly confident there's no zombies in this pumping station. Otherwise, I would definitely have made a stabbing weapon first. I'm hoping I don't live to regret that. But yeah, we're gonna get a weapon here shortly. I was kind of hoping we'd find a tool in here to do it with. More earplugs, bricks. Wait. Okay. Actually, give me that marker. Yeah, let's favorite a few things real quick so I don't drop them. Are there other survivors, Doctor? Yes, there are, my friend. There are NPCs in this game who can be hostile, but they can also be friendly. And if you are good to them, or if they're desperate enough, they will join you. And you can order them to do everything from crafting to fighting to more crafting or building. They're really helpful, actually. Yeah. This game's got it all, my friend. I know it is a lot of reading and stuff, but it's worth it. In the end, I'll take those work gloves. Yeah, in the end, the learning curve is steep, but ultimately very gratifying. No, that's a good one. I don't think that is in the game, though. Correct me if I'm wrong. Any of the experts out there? Oh, damn, there's a power drill. Look at that. Cordless drill. Oh, yeah, we want that. More cardboard. So these are all locked little storage rooms. Sledgehammer. Oh, should we go with a bashing weapon instead of the standard spear? Okay, most of it's just not super important, but I would love to get that sledgehammer. Alright, so... What do we got here? Yeah, still no cutting edge. Some book finder. Alright. So, let's go find us. Well, hold on. Crate is on. Could pry it open. Let's smash it. How long does that take? Not bad. Alright, what's in these? Water faucets, super glue. I'll take that. Let's rest for a moment. Parasitic children hatching out of your guts, yes. Oh, makeshift, that's right. Yeah, doctors, so you could have children in the sense you get infected by a parasitic wasp that lays eggs in your stomach. But no, not really. Not human children, at least. Let's see. No sexual reproduction exists for the player character, but yes for chickens. There you go. You can breed animals. Or chickens, at least. Alright, so we're smashing all these crates. Oh, this has 400 solder in it. That's worth its weight in gold right there. 800. It's not really what we're looking for, but we will take it. Alright, let's rest again because I can hear his heart rate pounding away. Pounding, pounding. Alright, let's go get a cutting tool. Or, wait a second, let me think. How can I make some lockpicks? Not yet. Okay, so I just need some wire. We can come over here and smash this fence down and get some wire. Gonna take a little while to smash, but that's okay. Look, it says his activity is explosive. That's funny. All right, let's take a break. Oh, I'm bashing the wrong spot. There we go. All right, we're going to bash a couple of these tiles. Still, my child and I will love it. I will be the best mother for that parasitic wasp. Oh, doctor, that's such a nice, beautiful thought. Now I have an image of you caring for a little baby wasp. Ugh. All right, let's grab whatever's here. Yes, okay, we good. We got some wires. First, let's snag this cordless drill. Oh, my God. This is amazing. Yeah, that's good. It's got a nice little charge on it, too, still. A mop. All right, we'll just craft it up right here. Yeah, let's do that. We'll go back for pick. Beautiful. All right, how many can we do? A whole lot of them. We'll start with 5. So we're making some lock picks, and you guessed it, because we're going to try and pick the lock. So the fencing that I just smashed down is just straight up chain link fence. Not big deal. You know, you can imagine if you were desperate enough, you could knock it down. These doors are more like jail cell doors. You can see they're much thicker, so I don't think we could ever bash one of these doors open with our shoulder. So in other words, we got to lockpick them, people. So that's what we're doing. And which one do I want here? Improvised. And yes, lockpicking is a skill essentially that we will get better and better the more we practice it too. All right, we're just crafting up some improved lockpicks. Okay, now we are hungry and thirsty, so let's take a little bit of a break to eat and have a drink. Okay, so we're better now, but we're out of food currently. So let's see. Where's that hammer? Okay, there's the sledgehammer. That's really what I'm looking for right there. That would be amazing. Did I search this? What is this? Oh. We'll take the sandpaper for sure. I don't think I'm going to carry a soldering iron around with me right now. All right, let's try to lockpick here. I'm sure the chickens appreciate both the features. Wait, what? Oh, did I leave them on the ground or something? Yeah. Okay, when I craft like that, I forget it always drops it for some stupid reason. All right, we're practicing our lockpicking. You can see it says the lock stumps your efforts to pick it and you damage your tool. That's pretty acceptable, or I should say it's pretty expected. But if we look at our character screen now, right here, we can see under proficiencies, we gain 2%. So like I said, we are slowly gaining knowledge as we try this. It is going to take time, and we might not even get it today. So before we continue on that, I'd like to get some food. What's this over here? A rural house. Let's go investigate this rural house. Oh, wait, where'd this frickin' zombie child come from? How many items can I hold? That's a great question, Doctor. And it depends on the clothing and the bags that we have. Currently, I've got overall total. If we look at my inventory window here, we got a list of our items. We got a list of the clothing we're wearing. But up here in the upper right, you can see in the pounds and liters, I have a capacity to carry currently 108.1 pounds and I'm only using less than half of that. And liters, the volume, is another stat you have to take into consideration. We only have 25 liters, and I'm already up to almost half of that because we have a very small bag. Yeah, I've got a messenger bag. That's just like a little shoulder bag. What we're really looking for is a hiking backpack. That's like the primo backpack. At least it is in the regular Cataclysm. Yeah, it changes too, and as Slashim's alluding to, it does change. So if I get like a better backpack, this volume number is going to go up significantly. And conversely, if I get injured, if I get hurt, and my strength goes down, then obviously I won't be able to carry as much. Yeah. All right. So, well, that zombie child really just complicated everything, didn't it? Okay, we've got to just find a rock, I think. We're going to have to find a sharp stick, or we're going to have to make a sharp stick. And to do that, I just need a stone here. The hunting backpack. Oh, I don't know if I've ever seen a hunting backpack. Oh my god, there's a scorched zombie? And it is not aggroed on me. Super close to me, though. Where the frick did these zombies come from? Oh, okay, we do have a sharp rock up here. We're just going to head towards that. I don't want these zombies on me. Well, I did turn on wandering hordes, so that's probably what we're dealing with. So maybe he is aggroed on me. God damn it. Let's see if we can lose him. God. Oh, we got the miners up here too. Think about this. The good thing about the zombie miners is they have a really, really crappy eyesight. Alright, so I'm going to turn on our running. We're going to run for a little bit and try and lose this guy. We'll get him, though. We'll kill him. Alright, now we need to stop running so we don't... Yep, so we're walking again. In Cataclysm, you can put pills in a bottle, the bottle in a box, the box in your backpack, and your backpack in the trunk of your car. Have fun finding them. That's true. Yeah, containers are a big part of this game. Because not every, but a lot of the clothing you will put on, like the denim overalls, will have certain pockets, you know? So if we look at our inventory organization screen, you can see, for instance, that our denim overalls have 4 different pockets on them, and each one has its own volume and weight capacity. Some are bigger than others. So yeah, it's insane how much detail and depth is in this game, really, when you start to really dive into it. Alright, I'm going to try and rest. God, I have to play this really, really carefully, don't I? It's good, though. This is a new challenge. Alright, we're going to head down to this little cabin. Let's go... Oh, my God. Let's go see if we can raid that and if there's any food or anything. Or, wait. Sharp rock. Alright, let's try and go get that sharp rock. I put my car in a lake in my aspirin. I love it. There's that sharp rock. Alright, I know we can walk to it. What is that? Command T? There we go. Alright, give me that rock. So, yeah, because I lack any kind of a cutting tool, a proper knife or something, I've got to pick up just a sharp rock off the ground. And we're going to come into this little dense set of trees here. Hopefully he doesn't get any spider webs in his hair or anything. And let's craft up that sharp stick. Pointy stick. Alright, there we go. So the best clothes are cargo shorts? Yeah, for sure. Now keep in mind too that clothing also, in addition to its like pockets, it all has certain armor values on it too. So like if we look at, and that's even true for things like denim. Obviously, you're going to want like metal armor or riot gear from police or something. But, I mean, even your choice of jeans, you know, or shoes can have an effect if a zombie's biting you or something. Check my leg pocket. Do I have any ibuprofen? No, currently I don't have any medicine or food. Well, god damn it. Which is kind of what we're doing right now. We're going to head down to this building and see if there's anything we can loot. But there's all kinds of medical supplies. You can get everything from aspirin to codeine to straight up hardcore drugs like heroin and crack and cocaine. It's all different kinds of exotic stuff, antibiotics, vitamins. Alright, so there's no guarantee this is going to be a safe... Okay, there is a zombie ahead of us. Wait, no, that's not what I'm looking at. Yeah. What is this fence here? Is this just a crappy little fence? Split rail fence. So one thing I'm noticing, see this right here? There's a downspout. I think we're going to try and climb this building and get on the roof. Are there any other downspouts? Let's be careful. I'm going to turn off safe mode. Pointy stick stats improved in this fork. Oh, that's good. Also, it's not a flimsy weapon. Okay. Definitely don't change your shoes while fighting. Yeah, no kidding. Alright, I think that zombie see... Yeah, okay, crap. We've got 2 zombies on us. Maybe we can kite them out into the field and kind of lose them. Let me just look at them again. Okay, they're both normal zombies. Okay. There's probably more too, but we'll be very careful. Alright, they just broke down the fence, and they're coming for me. So let them get a little closer. And, oh, there's a vehicle down there. Come on, little close. Okay, they've already lost sight of me. Looks like they're fighting. Yeah, they're grabbing the giant aphids. Okay, so they got distracted with the bugs. We'll swoop around and try and lose them. Let's check this vehicle. Got rotten tomato juice. Nothing too good there. Probably cannot climb with the two-handed weapon. Really? It wouldn't let me climb with the spear, huh? That's no good. Okay, the zombies are still fighting the bugs up there. Yeah, they're totally distracted. That's a good thing about zombies. They're very dumb. Alright, there is another zombie in the building. Right there. What are we looking at? Oh, there's a book there. Yeah, we definitely want to get in here. Let's just try the roof. Not that I don't believe you, my friend, but I just want to give it a try. Oh, we were able to. We did it. We did it. No worries. Alright, so now we're up on the roof attacking the zombie who's down below us. Don't fight while wielding a refrigerator either way. Break both your arms. So he's a bit confused. He's trying to get to me, but he's like directly underneath me. There he is. Alright, so we killed that guy. Let's rest here. And I'm getting thirsty. What is this? It's like a camera. It's a cell phone signal booster. Sounds like a win if you live through it. It is known that zombies are very dumb. Okay, now I'd actually kind of like to track those other 2 zombies over there. So I'm going to yell. But I think they're too far away. First kill in the last generation. That's true, buddy. Now, here's the dangerous part. See, Slash'em was saying I might not be able to climb, and it's a good thing I was, but the dangerous part is climbing down. So we're going to try and do this without falling. See, it's even given me a warning. It's saying it seems a bit tricky to climb down like this. Could hurt if you fall, and it's asking me to confirm it. I'm going to say yes. Okay, we made it down safely without falling. Good, good. But we're not done yet. There could still be zombies in here. Okay. Walking around in jeans for a long time can give friction burns between your legs in real life. It does the same thing in the game. No, that level of granularity in the simulation has not yet been achieved, my friend. But you're thinking that your head's in the right place. You got a creative mind, and you're not wrong. All right, I think we're safe to get in the building now. Let's start looting. You know what? I'm going to grab these bed sheets, and once we have a safe moment or two, we're going to turn those into bandages. Now, there's a book here. Look at this. Oh, my gosh. Books in this game are super valuable. You can get everything from knowledge about skills you have no knowledge of, like shooting arrows, and you can also get recipes. Not to mention, they also trade for a decent amount. So, yeah, books are where it's at. You can get sweaty, though. That's true. Yes, sweat does happen in this game. And if we look at our status, okay, we're fine right now. Yeah, it'll tell you if you're wet or sweaty. And, of course, you can get cold, too, obviously. So this is just a game. I think we'll leave that. Again, I don't have the best backpack right now, so I can't... Oh, I'm going to take one of these towels. Yeah. Now the towel I'm actually just going to use to dry off. Like Slash said, if we get wet from sweat, I can use that towel. Because that affects his mood. If he's walking around sweaty all the time, it will hurt his mood a bit. Take that one. More bed sheets. Not getting a lot of stuff in here. It's alright. You know what? Hold on. Let me grab... I can't grab the blanket. Wait, we can wear it. We're going to wear this blanket real quick. Or not. What? I can't. Oh, there it is. I thought I could. Yeah, so we got ourselves wrapped up in the blanket. Not because it's cold right now, but we're going to take this blanket back to our little base area. Oh, look, a green superhero bodysuit, but it's damaged. We'll still take it. We'll still take that. Yeah, but the blanket will allow us to get better sleep. We'll also take this pillow. Hey, there's some root beer. Okay, did I miss anything? Yeah, we didn't go in the kitchen, did we? Very important. Ooh, look at this. Super glue. I guess I'll take the screwdriver for now. But we're going to hope to get something better than that. You can craft the blanket into a sling and carry more blankets in it. Oh, that's a good idea. I think we can make it back home with what we've got. You know, I always take aluminum foil, guys, but I've never used aluminum foil for anything. Is that common? Oh, sweet. Here we go. Have you ever used aluminum foil? Do you recommend that I take it with me? Alright, so we just got some food. Kind of want that, but you can use clothes like shirts as a makeshift backpack. Yeah, we should probably whip that up. Okay, it's only got 4 waters. Let's just take a drink. Drink again. Alright, one more. There we go. In real life, you use it to make cars. Wait, how do you use aluminum foil to make cars? Let's see. Alright, I feel like I'm leaving something behind here, but we're doing okay. I think we're good to go. Maybe, wait, was there any leather? Let's see, is there any leather? Leather sandals. Give me those. We're going to want to start collecting leather for sure. Okay. Oh, you can make aluminum car frames with aluminum foil? That's insane. That is crazy. Alright, so we've looted this structure. Let's go ahead and mark it on the map so I know it's been looted. And we're going to exit through the window. We're going to try and avoid the zombies that we kited, which I think we just did. Alright, I'm going to turn safe mode back on. Let's move, people. Okay, we got... you know what? I'm going to turn on auto travel. We're going to go through the woods. It's not the safest thing, because there could be really nasty stuff in the woods, but it's quick, and it was a short trip. Alright, there we go. Bam, bam, bam. Bye for now. Oh, you leaving, Doctor? Right on, buddy. Thanks for coming by. Alright, we're going to move right back over here. Our little base. Scorched zombie. Where's it at? Oh my god, dude, it's right up in my base now. You stinking bastard. Well, the good news about that is we can easily get on the roof of our base. I just need to get there. Oh, I think he's on me. Wait. Or no. Is he attack? Oh, no, he's chasing squirrels right now. These zombies, dude. Yeah, he's literally chasing squirrels to the south. See you later, dummy. Go head off into the woods and start a forest fire. Alright, there's just a wheel here in the middle of the road. Oh, that's a good wheel. 24-inch off-road. Whew. Yeah, we'll come back for that if we can ever get a vehicle going. Hey, an inhaler. These are really good for trading. Yeah, I'll take that. Alright, we made it. We're back here. It's not the most secure thing, because I've broken a couple windows now, but it's a good base. This is a good base starter. Alright, let's get somewhere that is relatively safe. Set up. Okay, we've got windows there. Just want to make sure this building is closed off. Okay, there is a broken window here. I can repair that. I'll be able to board it up if we need to. Let's double check here, look for any leather. So the reason I'm looking for leather is do you think the gloves are made of leather? Kevlar. Yeah, we're going to make a spear strap. So eventually I can put the spear, instead of carrying it in my hands all the time, we can put it on our back and we'll be able to do other stuff with our hands. But we need a good amount of leather for that piece of equipment. So keeping that in mind and starting to collect for it early is important, though. Okay. Alright, let's do a little bit of crafting. Now, wait a second. Is there a table? Yeah, we can craft over here, I guess. Alright. Yeah, and I think if we craft at one of these tables, it'll go quicker, right? Let's take off the blankets. You know, and I think we're going to be sleeping up on the roof. Is that crazy? You think I'm going to get too cold up here? I wonder if... I wish I had a tent or something. We could set up a tent up here. Well, for now, we're just going to take off our blanket. We'll put it here. We'll try to sleep up here. We'll see. I might get too cold, though. I'm going to drop the pillow right there, too. Beautiful. Alright, so it's our little... Maybe too cold. Yeah, we'll give it a try, though. I just feel more secure up here on the roof. But if we had a tent, I could take it up there, and a campfire will help. Oh, that's a good idea. Now, this is cool, because we basically have infinite water, except it's not clean. So, Slashem's right. If we get a fire going, I could stay warm at night, and we could also boil water. What we need for a brazier is some sheet metal, though. Wait. I think it's probably better if I deconstruct this, if I can. Yep. Oh, no, that's not going to work, is it? Small sheet metal? I don't think. Oh, here's a locker. What about one of these lockers? I have to break it down. Yeah, the brazier is pretty easy recipe. Just one piece of sheet metal. Don't I need a hammer, though? Okay. I might have to go get a rock or something to hammer it out. Or a barrel for the fire barrel. Oh, are there barrels around? I don't think there were any barrels. Unless maybe, could I deconstruct one of those water heaters? No, that would just give me a tank, wouldn't it? Oh, there it is. Scrap metal, small sheet metal. Damn it. Still didn't give me what I needed there. Let's just look it up. There it is. This is what we're trying to make. Yeah. Oh, hammering 2 or more. Ooh. The water heater. Okay. Let's do that then. I hope I have the right tools for it. I think this one was empty, wasn't it? No, that one's got stuff in it. What about the water purifier? Wait, where's the zombie? Where's he at? Oh, he's all the way down there. Screw that guy. Well, I guess, alright, let's try and... I can't deconstruct it. Let's take it down. Where that guy? Alright. Now can I deconstruct it? Now I can just place it. What is this? Okay, so that's one we can deconstruct. There it is. See, why didn't I just listen to Slash all along? Alright, so what do I do here? Hey, what's going on, Victor? Welcome, welcome, my friend. Thanks for coming by the stream, buddy. Do I need to just smash it, or do I disassemble it? There we go. Alright, yep, steel drum, 100 liters, perfect. Put it down. Good call, Slash him. Hey, welcome everybody. Thanks for coming by the stream today. We are playing, of course, a little bit of Cataclysm, Dark Days Ahead. I'm just going to drag all this stuff with me. Let's bring it all over here. I should probably take this, what's it called, down the solar panel, or you know what, I can just leave it and we should get a car battery and plug it in. Nope to what? I'm sorry, nope to what? Victor, this is Cataclysm, the last generation. Oh, I'm sorry, did I say, I might have, yeah, I'm sorry, I said it wrong. It's an open source game, it's a roguelike, very, very deep and challenging game. I highly recommend it if you are interested in checking it out. Like I say, I recommend watching some tutorials on it because it is very challenging, but at the same time, it's rewarding. But I've got the link to the download for it pinned in chat there. And again, it is free, so let's see. So how do I do this? Do I just place this thing? Steel drum. Wield it. Drop it. Place it. You don't have a proper heating tool. Is it like a crafting thing? Or do I just place it and start throwing wood in it? Let's see. There's nothing there. Crafting menu. What's it called? Fire? Maybe I don't know it. Looks a bit like Dwarf Fortress and Zomboid. Yes, Victor, those are both very apt comparisons, for sure, for sure. What did you call it earlier, Slash? You said it was a barrel or fire barrel. Huh. Fire barrel. Is it possible that I don't know it? Yeah, I don't have that knowledge, I think. Well, let's see. Did we get... It could be. Not to worry, because we're still going to take this steel drum and fill it with water. Let's actually go down. Because then we'll have a huge amount of water, and if we can start to purify it too. Okay, hopefully we can climb back up the stairs with this now. Now we'll just make a regular old brazier, and we'll boil water with this. Alright, oh, it's actually... Yeah, that was definitely taking the stamina out of them. Alright, so we've got that. Let's see, did we get actual... Sheet metal. Here we go, baby. It's all coming together. I love it when a plan comes... That's not what I'm looking for. Bra. There it is. Wait. Oh, I still don't have the tool, the hammer. God damn it. Wait a second, though, Slash. I can still just build a fire up here on the top of this roof, right? What is this material? It just says flat gray section of roof. Could I start a fire up here? And it wouldn't, like, burn the whole place down, right? Let's grab our stick. Well, not to worry. We still got plenty of day. Well, not actually. We got a couple hours of daylight left. Damn it. All I need is a hammer, and everything would be good to go. Fire barrel requires survival 1. Gotcha. Oh, I wonder if the sledgehammering... Burn it down. The sledgehammering probably has hammering too, right? Let's try and pick the lock. Easy skill to pick up. Oh. Ignore that. Okay, we didn't. How do we do that? Can I just go through like a bunch of bushes? And yeah, if we just like walk through a forest with auto harvesting turned on, isn't that like enough to do it, I think? Let's see, we're getting a little hungry, so let's eat. Drink the root beer. All right, yeah, let's go walk through the forest a little bit. So Slash'em is referring to our survival skill, which we can see is right here, and it's at 0, with 0% progress till level 1. So let's keep that in mind. Yep, that's the meta. Gotcha. All right, so we're going to approach the forest here, and believe it or not, there's a lot of stuff we can harvest in here. Instead of doing it, blindfold crafting is easy. Is that for getting tailoring up? But yeah, so we're going to turn on... Oh, I might need to set it, actually. Auto harvest, auto forging. Yeah, okay, so let's add a key to I, and I'm going to say F4. Cool. Yeah, if you're new to the game and you're setting up hotkeys, most of the keyboard is already mapped out with this game because there's so many different commands. But the F buttons, like F1 through F12, those are generally unused. So it's a good default to just be like, I'll just put on one of the F buttons if you're trying to figure out what to set it to. So now we're going to go through and we're going to set auto forging to bushes, trees, crops, everything. That's what we want right there. Oh, blindfold is a survival. That's right, I forgot. So that's something... We go to armor. There it is, duct tape blindfold. Now that says fabrication. So that's not what you're talking about. Blindfold, tailoring. Tailoring. Remember too, makeshift... And all you veteran players, we are playing a different game. This is the last generation, which was forked, you know, off some branch of Cataclysm. So there's going to be some differences than what we're used to, for sure. But wasn't that what I just pulled up? Yeah, right there. Blindfold, tailoring 2 of 0. That's what you're talking about, right? Yeah. Again, it's probably just a change, just a difference between the different games. Unless there's a third blindfold that I'm just not seeing. Alright, we're forging. Okay, so now I'm just literally going to walk through here. It's not doing it. Did I turn it off? There we go. Doesn't seem to be... actually forging anything. It's not... What about this flower? Well, that's weird. I'm certain something in here would have been forgeable. Why is it not working? Let's go south more here. We'll try and find another swampy area. Swamps are definitely good for foraging because of cattails and whatnot. Hold on, this vehicle looks real promising. Electric sports. It's got no engine, no battery, and no tank. Hey, mineral water. I'll take that. First aid kit, yes. Oh, glorious. Just give me the whole... No, I can't fit that. We'll just take everything out of here. Almost everything. Oh, that's huge. We got 10 antiseptic people. Yes, that means if we get bit now, it's not necessarily a death sentence. We could potentially save our lives and not get turned into a zombie. All right. You know, now we're over here. Oh, the leather. Yeah, from the car. Good call. Good call. There's a bunch of seats there. Stick with, you know, maybe, is it because he's got his hands full? Do I need to drop my stick? I don't think that's the case, is it? Yeah, we might just have to... oversized crow. I might just break down and go into crafting and search for survival. Where are these crows at that it's showing me? Oh, these are hostile towards me. Oh, wow. I better be careful here. It says it's a minimal threat, but the tiny size would make it very difficult to... Nah, some bushes just don't forage. Okay. I feel like this one right here should. No. No. So that one didn't... Huh. So this just isn't ripe yet, I guess. Okay, well, let's do it this way then. Might be better just overall to try crafting, and there's a way to search. So I think I want to do P survival. Okay, so we could make a pair of sock mitts. Would that do it, though? Because it says 0 of 0. Survival. Yeah, look. 42%. That had to be from that, too, because I don't think I've harvested a single thing. Yeah, I don't have any, like, plant material. All right, that's cool. So let's turn off harvesting then. And now if I remember correctly, the thing to do is to drop the thing we just created. Where the hell is it? It's probably still on the ground, isn't it? Yeah, okay. It's already at her feet. So let's disassemble it. 0, 0 will work the skill. Thank you. Appreciate you, Slash. All right, and since we just disassembled it, we should still have all the same materials. Boom. So we can make another one. And let's check our skill. 72%. There we go. Let's try it again. Disassemble. And I imagine 0 of 0 will only build it until level 1, right? Because once we hit level 1, making this same thing here, this sock mitts, this isn't going to work. We'll have to get something more advanced, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, 95%. So close. Wait, what? Oh, I just cut up my stick. God damn it. What? What the frick, dude? Oh, so this is the time you kept it in your inventory? You bastard. I just cut up my own weapon. What the hell is happening? Alright, let's get this made. Sock mitts. Did we do it? Yay, survival 1. So you were saying that the barrel now shouldn't be available. There it is. Okay. It's just a steel drum. Oh no, look, it says hammering 1 or more. Well, that's okay, because hammering 1, we can achieve that with a stone, right? Like this rock right here. That has hammering 1, I think. Yeah. Has qualities hammering 1. Boom. Woo-hoo, look at this. Telling you what, people, it's an ordeal to craft basically anything. We had to learn the skill first. All right, let me get another stick here since I very stupidly disassembled my other one by accident. Oops. Come on. And wield. Store the sock bits. Let's go ahead and craft up the pointy stick real quick. There we go. All right, we're back in action. It is 6 p.m. on our first day. Let's get back to our little shelter. I'm going to try and do this. Oh, wait a second. I don't think I can strip these seats out of here yet, but we'll try it. Can take the seatbelt out. Requires mechanics 2. Yeah, so unfortunately, yeah, the leather seats would be a great source of leather, but can't do it yet. Not yet. We'll get there, and we can always disassemble things like leather pants or whatever we find made of leather. All right, I'm going to try and turn safe mode back on. Whew. Man, oh man, guys. What an arduous stream it's been, but in a good way, I think. I feel like I'm relearning the game all over again in a sense. And I guess we are, since it's effectively a new game. All right, we want to go back up to the roof. You know what? I'd kind of like to keep that barrel already. Let me disassemble this. Oh, it's not going to give me a good barrel, is it? No. All right, screw that. There's another water heater up here. How much water? 34. Okay, I'm going to drop some of my gear. Actually, let me grab some of this back. I want to get these bandages. Put those in my backpack permanently. Cordless drill. Okay. So what I'm going to do is get a container that is going to be big enough to empty the water out of this water heater. All right, that's good to go. Let's grab that. Let's go to our inventory. We're going to favorite these so I don't accidentally drop them again. Beautiful. Medical tape too. All right, looking good, looking good. Yeah, we're getting a little bit tired, but we still got a few hours of daylight here. So a couple of things we need. We're going to need to bring some wood up here if I do want to truly start a fire. Let's see, which shouldn't be too hard to get. Let me think here. No. Grab the hand pump. These boots are probably made of leather. Good, we'll take those. More hiking boots. Yes, very good. What do these tin snips look like? What do we got? Metal sawing 1 and fine metal sawing. What? Oh, that's super valuable. I'm taking those for sure. Those are pretty light, too. Oh, that's like an alternative hacksaw, basically, isn't it? That's huge. Okay. Looking good. All right. So, well, all right, I'm just trying to think here. Forget that. Let's see what we've got going on. Oh, well, what the hell? Holy crap, dude. There's a literal steel drum right here with bleach in it. And an empty one. I guess I didn't really need to go through all the trouble, did I? All right, well, I didn't know that, but now we've got it. So let's wield this boy. Whoo! We're in business, people. I'm feeling good about this. This is going to be a decent little base for us. All right, let's get this set up. And eventually I'll get like a tent up here so we can get out of the rain and whatnot. All right, so we don't want it directly next to us, do we? Let's go ahead and drop it. And we're going to go into our crafting. Open up fire. There it is, fire barrel. Oh, okay, now I activate it and place it. Oh, look at that. Super cool. Okay, now like I said, we need a bunch of wood. So let's go back below. Good news is there's planks right here. Look at this. Yeah, from all those crates we busted down. So let's go into enable auto haul. And I'm going to organize all this stuff into one pile. And we're going to bring it up to the roof. Nice. Look at that. All right. Fire barrel hype. That's right, buddy. All right. Now what I think we'll do, and correct me if I'm doing this wrong here, but we're going to make a firewood spot. And now if we move all the wood into that spot, boom, there we go. And we'll stop hauling. Yeah, so now we've got a little source of firewood right at our feet. You can see it's labeled fire pile. And once we start this fire, as she's crafting or doing other stuff, she'll automatically feed the fire using whatever's in this fire pile here. But we probably want to get a bit more. We need something to actually start the fire. And you know what's crazy? I just freaking realized I don't even have a lighter. We have not come across a way to start fire yet. We went to all this trouble and I can't even start a gosh darn fire, people. What is happening in this world? Let's see, was there anything in the trash can? We could probably burn these boxes. Okay, that won't fit in the pocket. Let's see here. So how do we make like a fire starter? Oh my gosh, people. Let's see, firearm repair kit, electric fire starter. Oh, wait, we can make this. It's electric though, and I don't have. Oh, I do have batteries. We can do this. Okay, wires and scrap metal. Oh, we got this. Look at this. We're so resourceful. It's the apocalypse, people. This is what you got to do. So let's round up this stuff. We're gonna do more auto hauling. Whoops, nope. Oh, I just got an error. Alright, we're going to auto haul. Nope, damn it, that's not what I want. There we go. Flint and steel fire drill. I think the electric fire starters are a way to go. Flamethrower, I love it. I love it. Alright, let's move this up the stairs. Yeah, the electric fire starter is surprisingly easy to make, but I don't know. Then again, I guess it's not that surprising. How hard is it to start fires, really? Now, you know what I want to do? And I don't know if this is going to work, but I'd like to move a chair and a table upstairs before we get crafting again. So let's take down this chair. At the very least, we want a chair, right? I don't know if I can get the table upstairs, up the ladder, but we can definitely do this chair. Building menu, place a wooden chair, and we'll put it right there. Okay. Is that too far away from the fire? If I were to sleep in this chair, it probably needs to be closer, doesn't it? I'm not sure. Let's try and get a table up here. I don't know if this is going to work. I would probably need to build a table to get it up here. Yeah, well, let me deconstruct it. I can drag tables, but I don't think that'll go up the stairs with us. Or up the ladder, will it? Come on, dude. No, I won't. It says it collides with something. Alright, get out of here, desk. I'll deal with you later. Let's do it. Let's make a fire starter. Enough monkeying around. There it is. Look at that. Electric fire starter. Beautiful. Now we need a battery for it. Let's see. Reload. There was definitely some batteries down here in some of these flashlights. They don't have like full charge on them. Where was that? Was it over here? pen. I swear I saw a flashlight. Like a very low charge on it. Gotta find it. Gotta find it, people. Spray paint, copper tubing. No. Come on. There it is. That's what I'm looking for. Alright, so we want to unload. Heavy-duty flashlight. Let's drop the flashlight. Now, see, we have this light disposable battery. Yeah, again, not a lot of charges on it, but boom. We've got a functioning fire starter, people. Whew, my God. Took all that time, but we did it. So, I'm going to drop the cardboard boxes. Is that enough to start the fire? Oh, no, it's not. There we go. We've done it. Look at the animation for that fire. I love it. All right. Sick. So, I think, don't we purify water from the crafting menu? Am I mistaken about that? That's one way to do it, right? Clean water. Okay, yeah. Tool with boiling and a fire. We have 400 water, so we can definitely batch it up. How long is this going to take? 24 minutes? That's not bad. We'll do that. Look at this. We're working. We're like Prometheus. Oh, crap. I don't have a container. Oh, I do. I have 2 metal tanks nearby. Whew, thank goodness. Oh, my gosh, people. Well, we've got a sustainable water source. I mean, we've literally got infinite water below us because we're at a pumping station. As long as we can keep the fire fed, yeah, we can purify water. And in a pinch, we've still got a little bit stored here. So water's not a problem. Food, we're definitely going to have to think more about food in the morning. Yeah, for sure, for sure. But it's getting to be late at night. She's lightly weary, and she's about to transition into her next stage of fatigue. So she's getting tired, people, but we've just crossed the 2-hour mark on the stream. So I think that's going to do it for today. But hey, despite the death we had, I feel a lot better now about this run. So definitely tune in next weekend. We're going to be continuing this one on Saturday at the same time, same Twitch channel. And for all you Vintage Story fans out there, make sure you tune in tomorrow at the same time. We're going to be continuing our prehistoric run down there. But thank you, everybody who stopped by today. Really appreciate you. Had a great time hanging out with you. And I will see you all on the next one.